1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Rana Ghulam Mustafa. First, the headlines. Prime Minister says promotion of tourism in Gilgit-Baltistan with special focus on eco-friendly tourism, protection of glaciers and forest will be ensured. Addressing a joint news conference along with Minister for Science and Water Resources in Islamabad today, Information Minister said opposition's campaign is aimed at creating chaos in the country to protect their looted money. Pakistan is deeply concerned over continued incarceration and deteriorating health conditions of Kashmiri leaders. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, police have confirmed that an Indian army officer planted weapons on the bodies of 3 Kashmiri youth after killing them in a fake encounter in Shopian district in July this year to portray them as Pakistani militants. European Union have approved the post-Brexit trade deal which will go into effect on Friday. Azerbaijan says its forces have repulsed an attack of Armenian troops in Nagorno-Karabakh region, leaving its 6 soldiers dead. Prime Minister Imran Khan says northern areas of the country, especially Gilgit-Baltistan, are the most beautiful and suitable areas in the world for tourism. Baltistan Chief Minister Khalid Khurshid in Islamabad today has said natural beauty of the northern areas can be fully utilized for promotion of tourism by providing modern facilities. The meeting discussed in detail the development and promotion of tourism in Gilgit-Baltistan, providing maximum employment opportunities to the local people in the industry with special focus on eco-friendly tourism, protection of glaciers and forests. The advisor on parliamentary affairs, Babar Rahman Imran Khan, said all pillars of the state are working for development of the country within their respective domains. Prime Minister said strengthening of the institutions is vital for a strong and vibrant democracy. The Prime Minister said those pointing fingers at the institutions for their political gains can never be champions of democracy. Information Minister Shibli Faraz has said opposition's campaign is aimed at creating chaos in the country to protect their looted money. Addressing a news conference along with Minister for Science and Technology Chaudhry Fawad Hussain and Minister for Water Resources Faisal Wavda in Islamabad today, he said those who desire to topple the elected government can never be in favor of democracy. The Minister for Water Resources Faisal Wavda, which introduced first textile policy of the country, he said textile, cement and automobile industries are booming due to prudent policies of the government. Minister for Science and Technology Chaudhry Fawad Hussain said that PDM's platform is being used against Punjab, Federation and state institutions. He said government is ready to hold talks with only senior and mature leaders from opposition. Joint session of Pak-Afghan Transit Trade Coordination Authority was held in Islamabad today. Addressing the meeting, Advisor on Commerce Abdul Razak Dawood said government is making all-out efforts to remove all hindrances in trade with Afghanistan. Speaking on the occasion, Afghan Commerce Minister said Afghanistan welcomes the Pakistan investors in the country. He said Afghanistan desires to reach South Asian markets. Chairman Kashmir Committee Shahriyar Khan Afridi has said Pakistan and United Arab Emirates enjoy historical, religious and cultural ties. Talking to UAE's ambassador to Pakistan Hamad Ubaid Al-Zabi, who called on him in Islamabad today, he said Prime Minister Imran Khan has a special interest in promoting bilateral relations between the two countries. Speaking on the occasion, the UAE ambassador paid tribute to the people of Pakistan for their services in development of UAE. The European Union Ambassador Androlo Caminara has termed Pakistan as a very safe place for tourists and travelers from across the world. In an interview with ABP in Islamabad, she said Pakistan is an amazing country with diversity in terms of weather and landscape, biodiversity and rich cultural heritage, along with hospitable and welcoming people. This is Radio Pakistan. Pakistan is deeply concerned over the continued incarceration and deteriorating health conditions of Kashmiri leaders. This was stated by Foreign Office spokesperson Zahid Hafiz Chaudhry in a statement today. He said the leaders, including Dukhtaran-e-Millat leader Asiya Andrabi, Jammu and Kashmir Democratic Freedom Party leader Shabir Ahmad Shah, and other prominent leaders such as Yasin Malik, Musarrat Alam Bhatt, Muhammad Ashraf Sehrai, have been languishing under squalid conditions in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic infamous Tihad and other jails. Spokesperson said senior Kashmiri leaders Sayyid Ali Shah Gilani and Mirwais Umar Farooq remain under house arrest. Zahid Hafiz Chaudhry said Pakistan calls upon the international community, the United Nations, International Committee of the Red Cross and humanitarian organizations to take notice of the Indian government's inhuman treatment of the Kashmiri leaders and raise its voice for their immediate release from illegal detention. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi has said Indian occupation forces have been spreading fear among the unarmed and innocent people of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir through continuous oppression and persecution. In a statement today, he said unarmed Kashmiri youth are being subjected to state terrorism in fake encounters. The minister said these young Kashmiris are being presented as terrorists and fake cases are registered against them to misguide the world. However, he said the world has understood the Indian designs and India's grip over the Held Valley is weakening. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, local police have confirmed that an Indian army officer along with his 2 associates planted weapon on the bodies of 3 Kashmiri youth after killing them in a fake encounter in Shopian district in July this year to portray them as Pakistani militants. According to Kashmir Media Service, the police in its findings said the Indian Army Captain Bhupinder Singh planted the weapons on bodies of the martyred labourers from Rajodi. Kashmir police statement issued in Srinagar after its probe has exposed the Indian Army's conspiracy against local youth and the freedom movement. Meanwhile, Sahar Shabir, daughter of incarcerated senior APHC leader Shabir Ahmed Shah, has criticized the international community for being silent over the detention of her father in different Indian jails during the past 33 years. The 27 member states of the European Union have approved the post-Brexit trade deal, which will go into effect on Friday. Ambassadors from EU met in Brussels today to nod through the accord. Azerbaijan says its forces have repulsed an unprovoked attack of Armenian troops in Nagorno-Karabakh region, leaving 6 Armenian soldiers dead. On the second day of Mount Maungai cricket test match against New Zealand, Pakistan in their first innings were all out for 239 runs at stumps today. Pakistan trailed by 192 runs. New Zealand had scored 431 in their first innings, and they will start their second innings on 4th day of the match tomorrow. And finally, the weather. Cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, light rain with snowfall is expected in Kashmir and adjoining hilly areas. Fog is likely to prevail in plain areas of Punjab and Upper Sindh. And to end the news, once again the headlines. Prime Minister says promotion of tourism in Gilgit-Baltistan with special focus on eco-friendly tourism, protection of glaciers and forests will be ensured. Addressing a joint news conference in Islamabad today, Information Minister said opposition's campaign is aimed at creating chaos in the country to protect their looted money. Pakistan is deeply concerned over the continued incarceration and deteriorating health conditions of Kashmiri leaders. European Union have approved the post-Brexit trade deal, which will go into effect on Friday. Azerbaijan says its forces have repulsed an attack of Armenian troops in the Nagorno-Karabakh region, leaving its 6 soldiers dead. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/radio Pakistan News Official.